Okay, so I guess now the sound quality is also adjusted. Fine. So let's begin in a moment. Okay. Yeah, everything is good. Okay, so I guess now let's begin here. Fine. So we are here for okay, so I guess now 1 second. Okay, so we are here for manual testing session. Okay, and today is session 10. Fine. So since few weeks we have started with the manual testing series. There are total 9 sessions have been completed. If you haven't attended that, or if you haven't watched them, so they are still there. Just below this video you will get a description of the previous links over there. Okay, so you can just go back and watch the previous 9 sessions over there. Okay, and also during this session I share a lot of content, like I write something into the notepad, or I write on the WordPad, I create some diagrams. So in short, whatever notes I'm creating, that also I'm sharing with you. So in case if you are not connected to my Telegram group, so please do connect to it. So you can connect with the help of this URL. You can go to amolujagare.com slash telegram. Okay, and now onwards, actually what we are doing is uh, we are going to send you the emails also. Over the emails also we can send, just in case if you missed the things in Telegram, you can get it in the email. So when you will register for the Telegram group, make sure that you are going to give me your correct email ID, so that the notes and the other details that I'm going to share, I'll be also sending you on email as well. Okay. This Telegram group you can just search from here also directly, or just go to the Telegram and search for scripting logic. Scripting logic. Then also you will get this group. You have to just join this, and here you can see the previous sessions notes and the sessions videos. A lot of content is there that I have shared here. Okay, so the advantage of we using this Telegram group is you can go and check the previous notes also. Fine. Okay, although I'm going to share all of the notes created so far on your email. Fine, those who have registered via that link, so we have the email, so I'm going to send you all the notes over the emails as well. Okay, so the agenda for today's session, it is writing the test cases. Okay, in the last class we have seen one project. It was a billing system, and we have just gone through a lot of details of its requirement, and we have understood what exactly that project is. We have also understood what is the importance of the requirement analysis, how the requirement can be gathered and understood. Now let's say you have a project and you have been given a responsibility to write test cases on it. So your test case writing sessions, or let's say the process of writing the test case, it not necessarily is going to start when you will have the product in your hand. It would start immediately once you get the requirements, and when you understand the requirement, at that point itself the test case writing process can be started. Okay, so now why this test case, writing the test case is important? Okay, let me just put some light on it. So why test case writing is important? Okay, first of all, it makes documentation clear. What steps to be taken, what input to be put, right? And on which page, under what precondition. Your test case is going to specify this very clearly, so it is going to make your documentation very clear. Okay, so obviously it is going to help us for future reference. Okay, future reference. A lot of test cases if you have already written, then for the same project, if let's say a little bit modifications have been done and you have to again test the whole project, you don't have to write the test cases once again. Once you have that, that is enough. Fine, maybe the possibility is that you may need to alter the test cases more or less, but this document or whatever, wherever you have maintained these test cases, that will be a very important for us. So today what we are going to do is we are going to learn what is a test case, then how it is or how it can be maintained, then the Excel format of a test case. Okay, and under this I'm also going to give you some key points about how to count pass or failed test cases automatically in Excel. Or let's say I'm going to give you an idea of just finding any formula for the Excel sheet, so that let's say if you want to count all the pass cases, or if you want to count all the fail cases, or let's say if you want to count any particular cells in your Excel sheet, so you can very easily do this. You have the standard formulas, but you can still search on Google. I'll just show you how you can just write a test case, how to maintain the pass and fail test cases, and how to count those passed and failed test cases. That will be helpful for you. Okay, and next thing is that, so before this we will see fields in Excel for test case. Okay, and their meaning. I'm just setting the agenda for today. Okay, and after this let's say tools for writing test cases. Okay, so the best tool I would recommend you is the test link. Okay, today what I'll do is, after I explain you the test cases and all that, we will see this test link setup. Okay, I will just download it and install, and maybe in the next class I'll just show you how to write your test cases in test link. Okay, so this is our today's agenda. we have seen why test case writing is important, because it makes the documentation very clear, and it also gives us the clarity of what steps to be taken, what is the input to be put on which page uh, under which precondition this test is to be taken, and the test cases are for good for future references as well. Okay, fine. Now we will see what is a test case. Okay, just one second. Let's see what is a test case. Just a second. Today we will try with the camera. Okay, fine. So let's see what is a test case and how it can be maintained. So generally your test case can be maintained in an Excel sheet. So I'm creating one Excel sheet. Okay, let me save this to some location, and after that I'm going to share this with you on that Telegram group, also over the email as well. Okay, fine. So here somewhere I'll store it. So today's folder I'll create, it is 19/3/22, and let's name this as test case .xlx. Okay, file not found. Okay, just one second. Save. Test case. Yes. Okay. Now in this Excel sheet I'm going to maintain few fields over here. Okay, so let's say test case ID. Next is objective, then precondition, test case ID, objective, precondition, then test steps, then let's say test input, expected result, then actual result, status, and then you can write here screenshot if needed. Okay, so this test case session I guess I have taken previously also, so you might be aware of these fields, but still we will just revise those. So here let's say these are the fields in test cases, fields in test case. Okay, so test case ID is there, object is there, precondition is there, test steps, test input, expected result, actual result, status, and screenshot. Okay, these are the fields I'm going to maintain in my own Excel sheet of the test case. So test case ID is, let's say, unique ID, unique ID that identifies your test case. Okay, so this is the unique ID that identifies your test case. So objective means the purpose of your test. Why you want to take this test? What is your core objective of the test? Precondition means before you take the test or before you conduct the test, what should be there initially, right? So maybe the environment setup, maybe some web page should be open, right? So precondition means what is the initial what initial things to be there before you conduct the test. Okay, then test step. These are exact steps that describes your test execution. Fine. So you're going to write the steps very properly so that anyone can read those steps and implement your test or execute your test. Test input. Sometimes in your test there are some text fields, some drop downs, some radio buttons. So if you want to select any value particularly, or if you want to add any value particularly to the text box or the other fields, so what that input would be. Okay, input to be put for various input fields like text box, radio button, drop down, etc, etc. Okay, then expected result. What you are expecting out of this test. Okay, so the desired output of the test. Okay, what is the expected result? The desired output of the text. What your functionality, what you are expecting with your functionality, that is your expected result. And actual result is what? Actual result is the actual output you get after the execution of the test. Okay, and status would be either pass or fail. So it would be either pass or fail. Okay, based on your expected and actual result comparison. If they are same, then your test case will pass, otherwise it will be failed. Okay, screenshot is optional. If you want, you can add the screenshot. And generally screenshots are added when your test case is failed. Okay, I'm going to show you how to add the screenshot to the Excel sheet. Fine. So now in the last class I've shown you the project invoice plane. Okay, so I'm just going to open that on my local machine. So localhost/IP. So this is the invoice plane. This is the invoice management system, and we will begin from its login page itself. Okay, so after this login page, we will go inside, and several other pages are there, and we will write the test cases on those pages as well. Okay, so let's suppose initially when you will open this, and if your test suite is if it belongs to the functional test, so you are going to test everything functionality. If your test suite is belong to user interface, so you will test for the user interface. Okay, so I'm going to show you both the test suites. Like I'm going to maintain one test suite for UI testing and one test suite for, let's say, functional testing. Okay, so here I will make the sheet as UI testing. Okay, UI testing here. Okay, so in UI testing, what you're testing is, let's say, not any functionality. You have to just go and check for any fields, or let's say the colors, or any availability or visibility of the different elements present on this web page. For an example, this is the logo. Okay, so this logo should be there with the exact spellings. Okay, so this could be your one of the test case, very basic test case. Fine. Again, let's say this page, it contains two text boxes. One is email, another one is password. So these two text boxes should be available. Then you can see these, let's say email is the watermark. It should be exactly there in the username text box or the email text box. Password is the watermark. It should be there in this particular text box, right? Login should have a blue color, right? When you will hover, it should change the color to dark. Okay, it should have this icon like a lock unlocked, right? Then I forgot my password, it should have a correct spelling. Okay, this email should have a correct spelling, password should have a correct spelling. Okay, so whatever logo that you are seeing here, amol ujagare your software testing guide, it should have correct spelling, right? So generally this would not be the logo, but let's say this is the logo of this page. Fine. So let's first of all, I'll make a point in notepad, and then we will write the test cases on it. Okay, so let's write test case points. Okay, so first it is a login page, so I am writing the points for UI testing. Okay, so I am going to test the login page. I'll write here A. Okay, so first I'm going to check there should be two text boxes available. Okay, two text boxes available, one for username and password. Okay, then there should be email label with correct spelling. Okay, there should be password label with correct spelling. With correct spelling. Okay, then logo should be available. Above the login form. Okay, then what else? The text or spelling in the logo must be correct. Okay, what else? There should be a login button. Login button should have blue color. Login button should have lock icon. Then login button color should change to dark blue when you hover your mouse on it. Like this, you have to make some points, maybe rough in your notebook. Also you can write it in, using pen and paper as well. This will help you to write the actual test cases here. What else I found? You see here, just in UI testing on this simple login page, I have found the 9 test cases so far. So 2 more I am going to write. So 10th one is, let's say, watermark of email text box should be email. Watermark of email text box should be email. Okay, and 11th one, watermark of password text box should be password. Okay, so this is the thing we have, right? So you can say that I have written this uh, objective directly. These are actually the objective of my test. Fine. So now I'm going to fit this into properly in the Excel sheet. Fine. So there are some tips that you should that also I'm going to give you while writing into the sheet. Okay, sometimes we get some problem that this objective is so small here. Okay, the cell of the objective is so small. How can I write this whole statement over there? Okay, we'll do that, don't worry. So here I'm going to create a test case ID in this way. Let's say this is invoice plane, so I'll write here invoice plane underscore the module name. Let's say here it is login. Okay, all in caps. And inside this login, uh, suppose I'm doing the UI testing, so UI and then 001. Okay, so this is my login, or let's say test case ID. Fine. uh, by the way, above this we have to add some information about this, but that's okay. I'll just write it immediately after I complete the first test case. So what is my objective? This is my objective. There should be 2 text boxes available, username and password. Okay, so here I'll just make this statement in just use this option wrap text. Okay, and just get this appropriate length over here, and this will actually fit into this box here. Now understand very essential thing. If you are doing UI testing here, okay, so this is the suite of UI testing. So always whenever you are doing UI testing, use the word verify, don't use the word test. Okay, so here to test, okay, objective is going to be checked to test. Okay, this is actually the expected result and not the objective. This is expected result, right? And what my objective is to verify or check. Okay, you can use the word verify or check if you are doing UI testing. If you are doing functional testing, then only use the word to test. Okay, to verify or to check whether the username and password text box is present on the page or not. Okay, so precondition is that your login page should be opened. Okay, or you may write here browser should be open. And then you can write here test step, open the login URL. Okay, remember, if you are writing here precondition as login page should be opened, then do not write in a test step that open the login page again. Okay, so you may write here open the login URL. This would be my first step. And if you want to get a new step, so press Alt and Control and enter. Okay, just one second. Not Alt, Control, I guess it is Alter enter. Okay, so to observe the page. Okay, open the login URL, observe the page. So let me just show you, in case if you want to get a new line over here, and if suppose this is the keyboard, press Alter plus enter. Okay, you have to press Alter plus enter, then this will give you a new line. So if you just simply press Alter, it will just make you jump to the next cell, but in the same cell I want a new line. So what I need to do, press Alter and enter. Okay, this way it is. Now test input, is there any input? In UI testing there will be no test inputs, so just keep it blank, and my expected result is there should be two text boxes available, username and password. And what is the actual result? If I just open the login URL, so this is the login URL, two text boxes are there. Yes, they are there. So you may write two text boxes are available, or you may write same as expected. Okay, wrap the text here, same as expected. Now my actual result and expected result, they are matching, so my test status will be pass over here. Okay, and I may give a background color as green to it. Okay, fine. So this is my test case, you can see here. So this is the first test case I have written here. Let's write some let's add some columns here, sorry, rows over here. Okay, so here we will add some information like project name. So project name is, let's say, invoice plane. Then developers name, or let's say developer lead, so maybe any let's say Ravi Verma, any name you can write. Let's say testers name Amol Ujagare. Okay, so this is the thing. You can count the number of test cases, number of past cases or failed cases also here. So let me just show you here. Number of test cases, then number of pass cases, or let's say I'll just write here pass and fail. Okay, somehow I'm going to just bring a count over here automatically. Whenever you will add the pass case or the failed case, so this number would generate automatically. Okay, so this we will see later. Okay, first let's focus on the test cases, test case writing over here. So one of the test case I have written here and it is passed. Let's say uh, suppose what is the next test case here? So there should be email label with the correct spelling. Okay, same steps. So here actually copy paste skills are going to help you. So this is the expected result. There should be uh, label with the correct spelling. So better select the whole cell and wrap the text. Okay, there should be email with the correct spelling. So here I'm just going to drag this so that and write here field series. So this will be second test case ID. And what is my objective here? Right, to verify uh, email label is available with correct spellings or not. Okay, so precondition again, browser should be opened. Test step, open the login URL and observe the page. By the way, if you want to just get this text in the below cell, so what you can do is press Ctrl and D. Okay, so just press Ctrl and D. Okay, so this will come here. Fine, there is no test input, so there should be email label with the correct spelling, same as expected. Okay, if suppose you find this email is with incorrect spelling, so what you can say is, so email spelling is incorrect. Okay, so whatever you are observing, you can write it here, and then you can write here fail. Okay, so fail, I will just put the color as red over here. Fine. Okay, so now for fail, I would like to have a screenshot here. Okay, so what I'll do is, see this Excel sheet I have just maintained in one of the folder over here. So let's suppose this is my folder. Okay, just 1 second. Save. I'll just get this sheet over here. Okay, so here I will create a folder. It's the test cases invoice plane. Okay, you can give any name to it. I am maintaining this Excel sheet over here, and then I will create one more folder here. I'll name this as a screenshots. Okay, and let me take a screenshot of this. Okay, so suppose this is my screenshot. Okay, let's store it here. Okay, maybe if you want, you can just highlight the screenshot, or let's say let it be, and save this file as now you should save this file to this location, screenshots. Okay, so here we are. So I'm saving this file, and what we used to do is we used to maintain the same test case name as a file name over there. So here the test case name is this. Okay, this is the test case name. So I'm just giving the same name to the image name over there, and you can see this image is there here. Okay, so using the file name also you can just identify what could be its module name, or let's say test case ID, or using this test case ID also you can directly find that test case, right? So if you give the same name as the test case ID to the screenshot, it will be beneficial to you. Okay, so here we are. So what we will do is we will get the path of this particular image over there. Okay, so maybe what you need to do is you need to what I'll do is I'll just put this here, this test case ID here, and I will link this test case ID uh, with the screenshot, the corresponding screenshot over here. That's it. Okay, and save this. So there is a screenshot column over here, and here your screenshot is also linked. So anybody if opens your Excel sheet and want to see your screenshot, he or she will just click on this, and it will open the screenshot over there. Fine. Okay, so this could be the case. Okay, maybe even if it is closed, so still it can be opened like this. Okay, and no matter where your this folder is, so you can just move your folder, still your file will be linked. Okay, I'll just demonstrate you that as well. So let me just close this. I'll just move this folder to some other folder, and if I just open this and click on this, it will still open this. Okay, because it has taken the folders correctly. So let me put it at its own place. Okay, maintain in this way. If you are doing manual testing, maintain your test cases and your screenshots in this way. Okay, fine. So now let's write the further test cases here. Okay, so next test case, I'll just drag this ID over here. Make sure that you again do a wrap text. Okay, wrap text. Then what is my next case? There should be a password label with correct spelling. Almost everything is same. Okay, there should be, okay, let me wrap text here. So there should be a password label with correct spelling. Fine. So again, verify the password label here. Just make a change. Password label is available with the correct spelling or not. So browser should be open the login URL and observe the page. So let's say it is same as expected, and this is pass. Okay, so save this. Next test case. Okay, next test case is let's say logo should be available on the login form. Okay, so everywhere this precondition and test steps, they are same, they are going to be same. So let me just put it here. So logo should be available, so I'll just wrap this text. Logo should be available above the login form. So let's say to verify the logo, verify the availability of logo, availability of logo above login form. Okay, browser should be open, observe the page, no input, and let's say if the logo is available, so your output would be same as expected, and the status is also passed. Okay, so this is the fourth test case. The next one is text or spellings in the logo must be correct. Right here, text or spelling must be correct. Wrap the text. Okay, so again, to verify the text or spellings of logo. Okay, browser should be opened, observe open the login URL, observe the page, and let's say logo is correct. You may write here same as expected, or you may write here logo spelling is correct. Okay, so this test case is passed over here. Okay, so once you understand the initial stages, so your test cases writing will become faster and faster. Just a little bit changes you need to alter, otherwise it will be just a copy paste thing. So the next test case is the sixth one. There should be a login button. Okay, there should be a login button. So this is the expected result here. Wrap text. So to verify, login button is present or not. Okay, so here both the steps are as it is, maybe here same as expected, and the test is passed over here. Next is what? Login button should have blue color. Okay, so login button should have blue color. Wrap the text. So to verify, the color of login button. Okay, same steps. Then let's say it is as expected, so this test is also passed. Next is login button should have a lock icon. Fine, so login button should have a lock icon. So wrap the text. Let's say this is the test step. To verify, the login button icon. Okay, let's say same as expected, test case is pass. Ninth one is the login button should change the dark. Now this is quite different, it will have some different step. Fine, so the login button color should change when you hover your mouse on it. Okay, so to verify, the color of login button after mouse hover. Okay, browser should be open. Now steps would be different. So open the login URL, hover the mouse over the login button. Okay, color should become dark, so same as expected, test is passed. Okay, if we have two more, let's say watermark of email text box should be email. Okay, watermark of email text box should be email. So again it will have certain different test step. So let's say to verify, the watermark of email text box. Okay, always remember, for UI testing you will not write to test, you will write to verify. Browser should be open and steps are different over here. So open the login URL, okay, and observe the email text box. Okay, so if it's same, you can write here same as expected, the test case would pass over here. Okay, so this would be, let's say, the 10th. Okay, and the next one is the 11th. Now everything is same, it's just that instead of email text box you have to check for the password text box. Okay, observe the password text box, and the watermark of the password text box should be password. Okay, so let me check this. To verify the watermark of password text box, browser should be open the login URL, observe the password text box. Watermark of password text box should be password, same as expected, pass. Okay, so in this way you are going to write the test case, right? So these are the UI test cases for the login page, and we are going to write few more. Fine. So are you going to like these sessions? if you're liking this session, so I hope you are sharing this with your friends and colleagues, right? Also, please hit the like button, so this will help the YouTube algorithm to bring this video at more and more places, so that because we are these sessions are absolutely for free, so more and more people can take the advantage of it. Fine. And if you have any questions, any queries, anything you want to express, you can anyway put it into comments as well. Okay. Wait, we are not yet over. In the next session also, we are going to write few more test cases. I'm going to save this, and this Excel sheet will be rich to you, don't worry. Now I just want to introduce one of the test tool. Okay, so long back ago I used to uh, have that with me, but let me just see. It was a test link, so we will try to install this on our machine. So let's say test link. Let's search for test link. Okay, so testlink.org, this is the official website of this. So this is very good tool to write the test cases. Okay, so it's a free tool. So what you can do is you can just download its setup and install directly, or let me just get it from SourceFrog. Or there are two links over here. So stable release is 1.9.20. Okay, so these are the two sources. One is zip file over here, another one is here. Okay, so where is the download? So download installer and virtual machine. So this is an installer. Okay. Okay, so these are the installer. If you are finding any difficulty while installing this, so these are the installers why it can be quickly installed, right? So I'll just download the installer for this. Maybe you will need to sign in for this. I'll just sign in. Okay, so the setup is getting downloaded. Okay, so it's about 208 MB. So you can just get it set up and get it installed. Otherwise you can just host it using the XAMPP as well, but this process will be quite complicated. You can just directly download and install it from this link. uh, if you want, you can download it from for the Linux also, or the Apple users can also download this. Fine. So these are the two platforms where you can have it. I'll just put this into notes. Okay, test link we will study in detail, but I want you to understand the test case writing manually without any tool in the Excel sheet. So first we will complete, or side by side we will just put some test cases in the Excel sheet. We will put some test cases in the test link. Okay, we will keep on learning side by side. Fine. So see, writing this test cases, it looks quite boring things, but you know, if you understand, or if you just learn the tips and trick how to just quickly generate your more and more test cases, so this will be an interesting task also for you, right? And at the initial stage you should go through this. Okay, so your testing life must go through these stages. Means it should develop it will help you to develop your ability to visualize the different scenarios. Okay, and write the test cases. When you will have more and more test cases later on in future, if you want to switch to automation, so it will help you there, because automation just help you to automate the things that you do manually. For that you need to understand and implement manual testing very clearly. Fine. So I guess this is installed or downloaded. So now I will just open the setup and let's try to install it. Say yes. Okay, and the installation setup is started. It says okay. Okay, seems you have antivirus running. This may slow down the interface installation. Okay, I will continue with the installation. Say next. Okay, so select the component you want to install, clear the components you don't want to install. PHP, let it be. I'll just keep all the defaults as it is. Okay, and say next. Your real name, email ID, login user is user, and password I am setting is let's say root. Okay, again root, and say next. Apache web portal 81, because my 80 portal is already in use. Okay, so by default it has taken the port number 81. So let's say next. SSL port, keep all the default setting. It will automatically identify the ports, and will do you want to configure email support? Let's not configure it now. So let's say name launch test link in the cloud. So untick this and say next, and say next. Okay, so now it is preparing for installation. Okay, so it might take a longer time. But let's see. Let's see how much time it takes. I think it will be installed quite quickly. I just want you to show the interface of it. Okay, slowly we will understand this test link also. This is free and open source. You can just make use of it for writing the test cases. Yes, it is about to finish its installation. Let's wait for a few more seconds. Fine. So you see here a lot of test cases we have written here. So I'm just going to count the number here. So let's count the number of test cases here. What you can do is see from line number 13 we have actually started. So what you can do is you can just count from let's say is equal to count. Okay, count function is there. Count, let's say this is a colon 13 comma, let's say a colon I will say 2000 max. Okay, A13. Okay, one second. So we'll check this formula later. Here actually this is installed. Fine. So still, if you don't know how to count the number of active rows, so you can just search on Google. So count active rows in Excel formula. You'll get a lot of formula. So here okay, value 1, value 2. Let's try it this way. count A13 A2000 fine, let it be. So I guess this installation is done. Let me just open this and say go to the application. This application looks like this, and say access test link over here. This is the interface. So right here login name as root, and sorry, login is user and password is root. Okay, and do login, and it looks like this. Fine. So how this test link is, this we will see in the next class. Fine. So I hope this session was useful for you. So today we have written test case writing. So what is the meaning of different test case field, right? We have written so many test cases over here, and we have actually touched the UI testings here today. Okay, functionality testings we'll see in the next class maybe. Fine. So that's all for today. Today we will stop here and we will continue in the next class on next Saturday. In case if you have not joined this Telegram group, just join this with this particular link. This link is given in the description below this video. Also, if you have not yet seen any previous session, all of the sessions are there given in the description of this today's video. So just go through it and watch all the previous sessions. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button, and also share this with your friends and colleagues, right? So thank you very much. Today we will stop here and we will continue on next Saturday. Have a nice weekend ahead.